Joseph and Romane, the lost bird. In a small village in the south of France, surrounded by olive groves and lulled by the song of the cicadas, lived Joseph and Romane. Joseph, a lively and curious 6-year-old boy, loved climbing trees and building huts with his grandfather. Romane, his 3-year-old little sister, was mischievous and full of life, always ready to imitate her brother in his adventures. Their house, an old building with lavender-blue shutters, smelled of lavender and warm bread. In the morning, the children woke up to the sound of the rooster and ran downstairs to have breakfast in the large kitchen, where their mother prepared delicious toast with homemade jam. Their father loved to tell them stories while drinking his coffee, often stories about nature and the exploits of courageous men of the past. Joseph and Romane were lucky enough to still have their 4 grandparents. Grandpa René and Grandma Jean, their dad's parents, lived on a farm not far from the village. They raised a few animals there and cultivated a vegetable garden from which they got delicious vegetables. On the other side, Grandpa André and Grandma Marie, their mom's parents, lived in a stone house near the river, where they taught them how to fish and told them the legends of the region. One day, while they were playing in the garden, Joseph found a little bird that had fallen out of its nest. He called it Piccolo and insisted on looking after it. Romane, amazed, wanted to look after it too. With their mom's help, they set up a cozy little nest in a box and fed the bird with a pipette. "Do you think it'll survive?" asked Romane, her eyes shining with hope. "We'll do everything we can," answered Joseph seriously. The days passed, and Piccolo began to grow stronger. Every morning, Joseph and Romane rushed to see if he had grown. They learned to recognize his little chirps and to give him insects that they found in the garden. One afternoon, while they were building a hut with Grandpa René, he explained to them how birds regained their freedom once they became strong enough. "One day, Piccolo will have to leave again, children. It's the law of nature," he told them with a tender smile. Joseph nodded, thoughtfully. Romane, for her part, did not seem ready to part with their little protégé yet. The next morning, when they opened the box where Piccolo was sleeping, they saw that he was flapping his wings with more confidence. Their mother explained to them that it was time to help him fly. Joseph and Romane then brought him into the garden and, with a little encouragement, saw their little friend take flight before their amazed eyes. "He's flying away," cried Romane, jumping for joy. "Yes, he's free now," added Joseph proudly. That day, the children understood that taking care of nature also meant knowing how to let go of those you loved so that they could live fully. In the days that followed, Joseph and Romane often talked about Piccolo. They looked for birds in the sky, wondering if one of them was their little winged friend. Their dad explained to them that nature worked like that, and that each being had its place and role to play. One morning, while they were accompanying Grandpa André to the river, they saw a bird that strangely resembled Piccolo. "Maybe it's him," Joseph exclaimed, full of hope. Romane raised her arms and laughed. "Piccolo? You're back." Of course, they couldn't be sure, but in their hearts, it was him. This moment further strengthened their love for nature and their desire to always protect animals and their environment. That night, as the sun disappeared behind the hills, Joseph and Romane fell asleep with dreams filled with new adventures to come. They didn't know it yet, but this first act of kindness marked the beginning of a long journey, where they would discover through each experience the values that would guide their lives. And so began the story of Joseph and Romane, 2 little heroes ready to discover the world with eyes full of wonder and hearts wide open.